Yeah. I swear to God, why did that keep coming up, man? Telling you. Jeez. Gonna get it rocking in a minute. Get some last minute stuff handled. I got in here late. You know. You know. In the face. Who watching? Who watching? Let me know you in the chat, man. Let me know if you watching this. Let me know. What is good? About to start in a minute. Like I said, I got some things that I'm trying to get crack-a-lacking. Give me a second. What's good? What's good? Party people in the house. Party people in the house. Come on, come on. Let me do this one. Oh, I got 7. What's good? What up? What up? Damn, I got 9 people watching. What up? Hey, we about to start, man. Give me a second. Give me a second. What's up, bro? Darius, what it do, man? I'm just getting some things together. Give me a second. Give me a second. 17 in the building. That's what I like to see. 22. What is the world is cracking? Hey, hey. We about to get it. We are about to get it. What's up in the chat, man? Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Last one. What I got? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, movies. Ain't got too much really going on today, but we're going to get into it. Oh, come on. I think it was CPR. Or maybe not. Bear with me, people. I don't know why this is acting up the way it's acting. Damn. Is it this? I'm losing them. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me, y'all. God damn. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. What is good? What is good, my beautiful people? I am your host, Bluminati, and I want to welcome y'all to Blues House. All my house guests, welcome to the house. You know, I bring you that good blurred news and entertainment, and kind of a, you know, everybody's still reeling off of last week's WandaVision finale. Not too much big things happen in the news. I guess we could still talk some WandaVision, but I want to go through these quick topics real quick. Kind of one in particular, do a Coming to America review or whatever. So if you watching, man, interact with me in the chat, man. Let's talk. Let's do this thing, man. I'm thinking about starting also. I don't know if y'all heard of an app called Stereo. Think about doing the thing on Stereo where I'm gonna simulcast this, and also if you want to ask questions on Stereo, I'm gonna put the link up. If I do Stereo, I'll put the link out there so you can actually add yourselves and become you know what I'm saying, part of the team on Stereo, and you can ask questions and I will answer your questions through Stereo. Also, if you do want to support the channel, if you go down into the description below, there's a link for that with Buy Me a Coffee. And you can just, you know what I'm saying, you know, leave whatever you want to leave, whatever. It'll be grateful to help this channel grow and do what we got to do over here at Blues House. So without further ado, man, let's hop right on into it. What's our first one we want to talk about? Let's see. Let me get into this. The price of streaming. Now the reason I'm talking about the price of streaming is because it seems like streaming is really going to be the same thing as cable in a minute, right? Like you got these streaming, let me bring it up, these streaming sites that we all love and adore, but at the same time, thought I just had it, maybe I didn't, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, it's eating into our pockets the same way cable has done. Now we all, you know what I'm saying, like to cut the cord, and we all trying to look for ways to maximize our dollars when it comes to that. But they ain't playing, man. It's really becoming the same exact thing as it was with cable. And how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about these? I'm gonna pull this up right here in a second. Where'd you go? How does it keep doing that? I don't want to download that shit. Well, let's do it like this. Same exact fucking shit. All right. I'll just do this. So let me share this. Let me just share my screen. Boom. All right. So as you can see, cable versus streaming at a glance, the average cost with internet is $100, and it usually requires a 1 to 2 year service contract. Then over here with the top streaming services, over here cost around $12 each. Live TV streaming replaces your YouTube TV. PlayStation View costs $50. Requires high-speed internet, which is about $50 a month. So you get the high-speed internet, which is around $50 a month. Then you start adding on Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, what we got now, Paramount Plus, Prime, Apple TV. You see what I'm saying? Now these, like I said, the average cost around these subscriptions is about $12 a month. So I already named out seven streaming services. Add on top of that, so 7 times 12. Do the math real quick. 7 times 12. That 90. Is that 90 something? I know y'all gonna look like that, nigga. That ain't 90. 84 bones already. So 84 plus 50, $134. $134 off rip if you trying to do or cut the cords and do streaming and cable. Now, how do y'all feel about that, man? Because me, and here's some of the advantages of cable. It says have everything in one place, bundle packages, cable specific channels. Here's the disadvantages of cable: rising cost, equipment rental, contracts, advertisement. And like I said, the average here you go right here. Here's like the perfect scenario. So basic cable is between 80 to 90, standard 100 to 120, and then premium is 120 to 140. It says a general rule of thumb, a slightly more than basic internet and cable TV package will cost you between $100 to $120 a month. A basic package will cost you 80 to 90, and a premium package is between 120 to 140. How do y'all feel about that? And I'm talking about, I know some people out there who like, man, I got the Fire Stick, I'm good. I ain't talking about y'all. I ain't talking about the illegals. I'm talking about those who getting their streaming services and they're paying for them. I ain't talking about the password passer outers. And nothing against y'all, man. Nothing against y'all. But you know what I'm saying? How do y'all, those of us who are paying for these services, how do y'all feel about that, man? I mean, should you just stick with cable? You know what I'm saying? Here's some of the advantages of streaming. Watch anywhere you want, unlimited recordings, no contracts, multiple accounts. And here's some of the disadvantages. Requires an internet connection, no one-stop viewing, changing of the landscape. And what they mean by changing of the landscape means is because streaming is becoming the most desirable option for watching TV, more and more entertainment companies are coming out with their own streaming services, which means sooner or later, you're gonna have to hop on one of these streaming services to get what you want. Sooner or later, Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, all of those stations are going to require you to have some kind of a streaming service so you can watch their premium programs. Understand, their premium programs. These are the shows that they're going to be putting buku money into. These are the shows where they're going to be hiring these high-end writers, these high-end directors, these high-end showrunners. So sooner or later, that landscape is going to be, it won't be regular TV no more. You won't just be able to get the bunny ears and do what you do. Right? You got to switch to these streaming services. How do y'all feel about that? I mean, because I know a lot of us, we try to cut the cord, get away from cable, get away from satellite or whatever your service provider is. But it seems like all we did was switch from one devil to another devil, right? that's what's happening. You gotta have the high-speed internet. Here you go, high-speed internet, Comcast, $50 a month, plus the modem rental. AT&T, $45 a month, plus a modem rental. Charter, $50 a month, plus a modem rental, right? So you paying this money, man. You paying this money. Online TV, YouTube TV costs $50 a month. Benefits, unlimited DVR space, no contract, stream on multiple devices with multiple accounts. Disadvantages, local channels are blocked. And there's no option to include HBO. Now that's YouTube. Here we go. On-demand streaming at a glance. Netflix, $12.99 a month. Amazon, $12.99 a month. HBO, $15 a month. Hulu, $12 a month. That's for just 4 of those. You paying money. They ain't even got Disney Plus on here. You paying money. I think Disney Plus might be the cheaper option, right? For premium cost, premium programming. But just add that up, plus the cost of high-speed internet. Let's say you with Comcast, 50 plus the modem rental, and then you add all these up. That's the same as cable. That is the same exact thing as cable, man. So, what's the real benefit of switching over to or cutting the cord? Is there even a real benefit anymore to cutting the cord? That's what I want to know. Is there a real benefit now to cutting the cord when you got to have Netflix, you got to have Amazon, you got to have Hulu, HBO Max, Paramount Plus? They're not new because they used to be called CBS All Access, but they're about to be a major player in the game coming up. I think they just went online March 5th, I want to say, rebranded themselves as Paramount Plus, bringing a lot of content to the game. And I think they got different tiers. Oh, I forgot about Peacock, but Peacock at least has a free tier. Right? This is money we spending, man. This money we spending, that those days of, oh man, I'm gonna cut cable and I'm gonna just get. Now I guess the dope thing is you can get it for a month, cut it off. You know what I'm saying? You can rotate in and out, but that internet still got to be there. You still got to have internet. You still got to pay. One way or another, you paying. Whether you can afford it or not. Hopefully you can afford this shit. But yeah, like, they not playing with us. We switched one devil for another. That's all we did. Switch one devil for another. But y'all let me know, how do y'all feel about cutting the cord? Is it worth it anymore? Is it worth it to just cut the cord, or should I just stick with cable, man? On here it says, what's cheaper? The final cost of your television services will change based on how many services you need or want. For example, if you want to subscribe to cancel cable TV and skip a streaming replacement, but you need and want all the on-demand subscriptions listed above, you will still end up spending about $100 a month on TV because you need an internet connection, about $50 a month. That's what I just said. If you stream cable with your YouTube TV or PlayStation View and have no streaming services, it is still about $100 per month. So even if you do go the YouTube TV route, Pluto TV and all these other cable cutter, you know what I'm saying? You can watch everything on the app. You still got to have internet, and they still gonna charge you about $50 a month for their services. So you still spending $100 a month, right? It says the only way to escape this $100 a month price tag is to limit yourself to just 1 or 2 streaming services. For example, Netflix and an internet connection would be about $65 a month. At Hulu, and it's only $77. That's pretty good savings. So you will only have 2 streaming. So now you got Hulu, Netflix, which you know what I'm saying? Some people can deal with that. Me, I consume a lot of content. However, if you're able to share the cost of these streaming services with just even one friend, you can get all of them and an internet connection for just $75 a month. If you share a cable TV replacement plan, you can get cable, internet, and on-demand for around $100 a month, which is considerably more value than if you just pay for cable on your own. So we're saying if you split up the cost between, you know, some people and you share these things, it'll come out cheap. But that's with anything, you know what I'm saying? But sooner, everybody don't want to share. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't. I know a lot of us who share our passwords with our families and friends and stuff like that. I understand, I get it. But everybody don't want to share, and everybody don't want to pay for that. Everybody's, you know what I'm saying? That might become a conflict, because when you say, hey man, I need that $10 from you, or I need that 15 from you, so I could put it towards this bill that we all sharing to watch this TV. Some people might not have it. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, just one thing. It says, furthermore, when you cut the cord and go for just streaming, you'll escape long-term contracts and variable pricing, which is an attractive prospect. As a result, streaming ends up being a great choice, but the savings aren't as dramatic as we would like, since we still need to pay for an internet connection. So in the end, you will have to do some research on your own, and perhaps some bargaining with the cable companies to come out right with the come up with the right combination of subscriptions. So basically just come down to how much groundwork you're willing to do, how much you're willing to barter on your end, whether it's with family or friends, and how much you can afford. That's basically what it comes down to. But y'all let me know, man, what y'all think. It's just funny to me, man, how it seems like we gave up one devil to go to another one, man. You know what I'm saying? It's funny to me. But let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So and this is kind of funny. Well, it's not funny. It's not funny, man, but the homie Pepe LePew has been canceled. That's right. Pepe LePew, Looney Tunes on, has been canceled. He was supposed to be in what is it? Space Jam 2. They wrote him out of it. No. Now it was crazy because the story or his scene actually, I think, would have helped out a lot. Now that's just me, but I think his story would have helped out a lot. See, hold on, let me see, because it seems like I'm having some technical difficulties around this joint. So let me just do something real quick. But like I said, it seems like his story would have had a dope storyline, and it would have solved some issues. It would have solved some questions. What's going on? All right, that works. But yeah, it would have solved a lot of issues. So like I said, Pepe LePew been canceled. Done deal for the skunk. The skunk with the funk. Done deal with the homie, man. Come on, internet. Internets. It's him right here. Pepe. That's him. Pepe LePew. Been canceled. And it says, why was he canceled? Rape culture. Why has Looney Tunes Pepe LePew been canceled? Rape culture. So it's a New York Times columnist has accused the cartoon skunk Pepe LePew of adding to rape culture. Pepe LePew is a character from the Looney Tunes and Merry Melody series of cartoons that were introduced in 1945. It says columnist Charles M. Blow wrote in the New York Times on March 3rd that Pepe LePew normalized rape culture. Blow would expand on the statement a few days later on Twitter by saying, RW blogs are mad because I said Pepe LePew added to rape culture, he wrote. Let's see. 1, he grabs and kisses a girl, stranger, repeatedly without consent against her will. 2, she struggles mightily to get away from him, but he won't release her. He locks a door to prevent her from escaping. Blow had written in the Times, some of the first cartoons I can remember included Pepe Le Pew, who normalized rape culture, Speedy Gonzalez, whose friends helped popularize the corrosive stereotype of the drunk, lethargic Mexicans, and Mammy Two Shoes, a heavy-set black maid who spoke in a heavy accent. RW blogs are mad because I said Pepe Le Pew. Oh, my bad. He already said that. Said reruns are a fixture in the pre-cable days, so I watched the children's shows like Tarzan about a half-naked white man in the middle of an African jungle who conquers and tames it. Hold on. Who tames it and outwits the black people there, who are all portrayed as primitive, if not savage. I watched the old Our Gang, Little Rascal shorts, in which Buckwheat character summoned all stereotypes of a pickaninny. And of course, I watched westerns that regularly depicted Native Americans as aggressive, bloodthirsty savages against whom violent white men were forced to fight. Comedian Dave Chappelle also called Pepe Le Pew many years ago while on stage. He talked about watching cartoon character with his nephew. I'm watching Pepe Le Pew and I'm old and I'm like, good God, what kind of fucking rapist is this guy? Blow's column also points out that it's important to acknowledge that racial biases can be ingrained into young children, and he applied to the company that publishes Dr. Seuss books. I forgot, Dr. Seuss is also canceled too for pulling 6 books from future publication due to racist imagery and content within them. So I don't have no issue with what he said about Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew is a rapist, so to speak, right? He does sexually harass. He does a lot of bad things, right? We all know that. Different times. But my thing is, for them to write him out of Space Jam makes no sense to me. Makes no sense because they had a proper opportunity to show how bad rape culture is. They had the dopest opportunity to show how toxic this behavior is. The perfect opportunity to correct it in front of millions of people who will end up watching Space Jam. To show little boys and girls what not to do. But instead, they chose to just get rid of this character. Going forward, there will not be any more Pepe Le Pew in any Warner Brothers Looney Tunes features. That makes no sense. None. When you can correct him, he's a fictional character. You can correct this going forward. Not act like it didn't ever happen. See, that's the thing with America. We act like the sins of the past didn't happen. We act like racism didn't exist. That's America's biggest flaw, right? And I ain't trying to get political. I ain't trying to get political or stand on my high horse or anything like that, because this is entertainment news. But we're dealing with Pepe Le Pew, Dr. Seuss, stuff like that. But we act like these sins of the past didn't happen, and instead of correcting them, we just sweep them under the rug. We just sweep them shits under the rug, man. And in this hypersensitive era that we living in, where you can't speak and you can't talk and you can't do certain things nowadays, I guess we deem it just easier to just get rid of it than address it. This should be addressed. This behavior should be addressed, not swept under the rug. Let me pull up this other article. And this is from CBR.com. Space Jam 2's deleted Pepe Le Pew scene actually sounds, drum roll, brilliant. Now, I said, before I read this article, I had said this was a wasted opportunity to teach. This was a wasted opportunity to educate and to advocate, right? So here we go. This is by Ruben Barron. It says Pepe Le Pew will not be part of Space Jam: A New Legacy, and it's understandably why. A character whose whole comedic shtick is making unwarranted sexual advances and naturally problematic, especially one who's at least sometimes presented as sympathetic. However, Pepe was almost featured in the film from the way his deleted scene is described. It honestly sounds like the idea way to address his troubling nature. The scene in question was filmed in 2019 while Terrence Nance was attached to Space Jam 2's director and was cut when Nance was replaced by Malcolm D. Lee. Pepe would have been, now this is let me say, this is the scene that they said. Pepe would have been a bartender trying to kiss a customer, played by Grease Santo, who would then defended herself by slapping him about. So there you go. Pepe reveals that Penelope Pussycat has filed a restraining order against him, and LeBron James tells Pepe that he can't grab other tunes without their consent. Right? The success of a scene like this will obviously depend on how it was executed, true, but the concept is a great one, and I agree. The concept is dope. Pepe Le Pew is a big enough part of Looney Tunes history, appearing in 18 classic shorts and countless other Looney Tune projects, including the original Space Jam. That you can just pretend he doesn't exist makes no sense. Acknowledging his offensiveness on screen in a way that both humorous and sends a positive message to kids feels like it might be a better option than just ignoring the issue entirely, right? Grease Santo, Pepe's human co-star in the deleted scene, has been outspoken about her experiences with sexual harassment, releasing the song Voce Voce, I think I pronounced that right, on the subject, and started to glam with Grease nonprofit to help victims of domestic violence. A spokesperson for Santo reported this was such a big deal for Grease to be in this movie, even though Pepe is a cartoon character. If anyone was going to slap a sexual harasser like him, Grease wished it would be her. Now the scene is cut and she doesn't have that power to influence the world through younger generations who will be watching Space Jam 2, to let younger girls and younger boys know that Pepe's behavior is unacceptable. There you have it. Even the actor in the scene who runs a nonprofit for domestic violence, who is very outspoken about sexual harassment, wants this to be included. Now, why wasn't it included? WB, what are you doing? You are dropping the ball. You dropping the ball. You fumbling the bag, man. You fumbling. Get that scene back into the movie. Put that back into the movie. So these young boys and these young girls, this younger generation knows not to be touching on women like that, not to be rapey. Put that back into the movie. What are you doing? Cuz it makes no sense whatsoever. None. None. I don't get it. Don't get it. But what do y'all think, man? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Do y'all think that it makes sense to cancel Pepe Le Pew? Or should that scene have been left in to advocate and to educate? Because that's where I'm at. The mood I'm at is advocate, educate. If we can get to them at a younger stage in life, they won't, and they can see these things, they can visualize it and see it. Most of the stuff that happens won't happen. Most of the stuff that happens will not happen. But I digress. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So we still have some movies that are in delay due to right? Movie still in delay due to the Roni. Bring this up. Do we even have that? I don't even think I have a picture of that. What's this? But either way, it's some movies still in delay. I just want to talk about them. Bring it up real quick if I can, because it seems like my internet is just acting stupid today. Hella nuts. Internet is acting hella nuts. All right. So I'm gonna just share this screen, and we're gonna go through a couple of them and talk about whether we really waiting on them or not. Am I acting? Is my internet acting funny? It's been acting stupid. I'm gonna have to get it because I'm on, and I know I shouldn't probably be on it, but it's been working. But my Wi-Fi is acting stupid, hella dumb lately. So I'm gonna just share this entire screen. We're gonna do it. Boom! Come on, where you at? There we go. Let me make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Boom. So we got these are the movies that were delayed, coronavirus delayed so far. We got No Time to Die, which y'all know. I think this is Daniel Craig's final 007. Him playing James Bond. I think this is his 5th time. So we have No Time to Die. I think I quit watching on this 3rd movie, but I do think for me, he's like one of the best Bonds. For me, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't around for a couple of those Bonds. You know what I'm saying? I probably started my Bond journey with GoldenEye. You know what I'm saying? Even though I watched the older Bonds. You know what I'm saying? The older Bonds. I watched some of them, but Daniel Craig is my, you know what I'm saying? Because he's more. I like the action with Daniel Craig's with Bond. But says it was supposed to come out November 2020. MGM delayed it again, 1st of April 2021, and now to October 8th, 2021. So that's when you can expect No Time to Die to come out. Not really worried about the Rabbit. Quiet Place 2. The first Quiet Place was hella dope. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of a new take on the monster film dynamic, so to speak. Some of the writing was off. I think they could have did a little bit better, but I thought it was a fresh take on it. And it has been delayed. It's supposed to come out in 2020, and now it is coming out May 28th, 2021. And also will be debuting on Paramount Plus 45 days after its theoretical release. So you're going to see a lot of studios who also carry a streaming service that has a streaming service involved with them. You'll probably be seeing day and date releases that simulcast, kind of like how HBO Max does and what Disney Plus has done with Raya and the Last Dragon. Or you will see them release into theaters, and then that theoretical window will be shortened to around 45 days, 35 to 45 days, and it'll be going onto their streaming service. That way they can get all the loot. So we got Fast and Furious 9, of course. Fast and Furious 9, you know what I'm saying? Despite the series lead, producer Vin Diesel promises Fast and Furious 9 will not be moved from its May 2020 release date. And it was moved, right? So now the date has changed. At first, it was going to be April 2nd, 2021. However, that date is now changed, and it now will be in January 25th, 2021. Now, this will be a simulcasted day and date. No, I'm sorry. This will not. They were Universal. I'm sorry. I'm thinking they were WB. They will come out January 25th, 2021. Then we have the Batman. That will come out January. It was supposed to come out June 25th, 2021. It was pushed to March 4th, 2022. And we still don't have a lot on the Batman. I'm waiting to see what's going on. I think, you know what? I think Warner Brothers is trying to see what is going on with goddamn the Snyder cut. There's that word, the trigger word, Snyder. I think they're waiting on the Snyder cut to see what the Snyder cut does and its big draw, how much money it brings in, how much attention it brings, to see what they're going to be doing with some of these one-off DC Universe features. And I mean, that's a smart move. We got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Marvel Studios. It was supposed to be the 3rd film of their 4th phase. But because of the delays, it will now be released after Black Widow. So it moved from February 2021 to now July 9th, 2021, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Marvel is doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Black Widow, they held off as long as they could, but now it seems like, and I'm going to tell you this. It says May 7th, 2021. I do believe it'll be May 7, 2021, but it will also be released on Disney Plus. I said it. It's going to be released on Disney Plus. Watch. It will be released on Disney Plus because they've pushed it back too many times. Raya and the Last Dragon wasn't the draw that they thought they were going to get. I can see them releasing both together. Right? Disney Plus theater. So you got Eternals coming out. It was supposed to come out last year, November. Now it was moved to February 2021, and now it's being pushed back to November 2021. So, and this will be the third MCU film of Phase 4. So I think we're only going to we'll get Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals. I think that's it. Not counting Spider-Man. I think we'll get Spider-Man. If we want to count Spider-Man, we'll get Spider-Man 2 for this year coming from Marvel. What else we got? Care about that too much. Cruella. We got The Conjuring. It was moved. Spiral, The Book of Saw. That had looked real dope when I had seen the previews for it. Got Chris Rock in it. You know what I'm saying? Different little take on Chris Rock. Godzilla vs. Kong comes out this month, March 31st. I thought it was earlier than that. I know Snyder comes out on that. Snyder's next week, I think. Or 2/18, something like that. You got Minions, then you got The Flash. I don't think The Flash will be holding on to that date. They got November 4th, 2022. It might get pushed up. The Kingsman. Malignant from James Wan. He does Saw. Morbius. Was supposed to come out last October, if I remember correctly. But now here's this October. Ghostbusters Afterlife, that had looked pretty decent, pretty dope. And Maverick. Matrix 4. So it's a lot of movies. Candyman. The Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. What else? Internet acting stupid. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to hardline it. Jungle Cruise with The Rock. Mission Impossible 7, Doom, Venom. Like, it's a lot of movies that were pushed back because of this corona. So be prepared for an onslaught of movies coming your way this year. We've already started the year off pretty dope with wanting us a lot of content right off the bat. DC has given us a lot of content. Oh, look at that. Let me stop that. Off the bat. What I said, DC? Disney, I meant Disney. But what do y'all think about the upcoming films and stuff that was pushed back? Let me know. So, since it's already up, right into it, man. Coming to America. What did you guys think about it? Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Leslie Jones, Tracy Morgan, Lunel, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes stole the show to me. I don't know to y'all, but Wesley Snipes did his thing in this movie, man. He did his thing. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I didn't go in with the same expectations that a lot of people went in. It's like a lot of these guys went in thinking it was going to be the first movie. This is 30 years later. Some of the shit you can do, you couldn't do back then. Or I'm sorry, some of the shit you could do back then, you can't do now. Some of the jokes, some of these things you cannot do. So I don't get it. I don't understand what a lot of people's being being disgruntled. I don't get it. Yeah, the movie was dope, man. It was hella dope, Darius. Hella dope, man. I really enjoyed the movie, man. Eddie Murphy, he still played Hakeem, even though I'm gonna tell you some of the scenes that had him with the little fat suit on, with his stomach bulging out. And then sometimes he didn't. He was he was slim around the midsection. I thought that was funny, man. You know what I'm saying? But General Aziz was the man, right? He come in there dancing and shit. Like, nah, it was dope to me. I enjoyed it, man, and it was a good story, right? Wasn't the best story, but it was a good story. The representation of black folks wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Even they didn't have him hustling drugs. He was just selling tickets, right? He was trying to get a job. Went to, and I don't know if y'all noticed it, but it was actually, and this is real meta, it was a sequel of a sequel inside this movie, right? Because if you remember the first coming to it, all right, Trading Places. If y'all saw Trading Places, you remember the Duke brothers, right? They went bankrupt in that or whatever. Then you had Coming to America when Prince Hakeem dropped all that money because it was the Duke brothers and they was homeless. He dropped all that money and they was like, we're back, right? This was a continuation of that. When he went to that job, that was to work for the Duke and Duke brothers. And I thought that was real fly to sneak that in there because it was showing, it was paying, it's like they paid homage to a lot of stuff. And I don't see how y'all didn't get that, man. That was dope, man. That was real dope. But like I said, the story was it wasn't coming to America. It was basically coming to Africa because it was, I guess he would be the new prince coming and trying to fit into what's going on in Africa instead of him going in to try to fit in what was going on in America. Yeah, I really liked that. Yeah, I liked how they brought people back from the first movie and used them in this movie, man. Like I said, the only flaw of this movie was I guess because it was 30 years too late. And it's hard, today's era, I really feel for comedians, man. I really feel for comedians because it is hard to get, you know what I'm saying, to tell your jokes without persecution. It's hard. I'm pretty sure if given the green light, Eddie Murphy could have went harder, Arsenio Hall could have went harder, or maybe they did go hard and they just didn't use those takes because a lot of, when it comes to comedy, I'm pretty sure it's so much on the cutting room floor, man. I'm pretty sure it's plenty of material left on that cutting room floor, jokes and funny stuff. But I enjoyed it, man. A lot of black excellence in that movie. A lot of, what I'm saying, my beautiful black people, man. It was now I guess what I would have liked to see was him, the prince, interact more with Zamunda. You know what I'm saying? I think they should have showed Zamunda more than just that palace. You know what I'm saying? Because when he came to Queens, he interacted with, you know what I'm saying, whether it was the guy that they rented the building, the rooms from, the barbershop people, the Soul Glow dude, Lisa and her sister, Mr. McDowell. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of stuff that they interacted with in Queens that they showed. I wish they would have kind of did the reverse of that and showed Zamunda that way. Him interacting, you know what I'm saying? I know he interacted with the, you know what I'm saying, the female barber, and that's, if you haven't seen the spoiler alert, that's who he ended up falling for or whatever. But he didn't get out. To me, he should have interacted more so with the goings on of Zamunda. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it seemed, from what I get from Zamunda, you just got that palace and it's just motherfucking woods and jungle. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's more to Zamunda. I'm gonna say it's more to Zamunda than that, but maybe not, because it did seem like they were very naive to the outside world. I don't know how many, you know what I'm saying? It feels like they are very naive to the outside world. And that, you know what I'm saying, this was more than this was very female oriented and very female empowering. It showed the king's ego and how much we as males fall into our own egos, and we push aside others we don't listen to, especially when it comes to like either our wives or our girlfriends, stuff like that, our own daughters, our kids. And he had to, you know what I'm saying, suck all that ego up, throw that, cast it aside, and listen to the people who were closest to him, because they've never steered him wrong, because they cared for the King Hakeem now, right? And I think that's a lesson to be learned, especially as us as powerful black kings ourselves, when it comes to the people who genuinely love us and try to steer us towards the right direction. Sometimes we don't listen to them. And I think this showed that we got to vocal, or just listening to our kids. You know what I'm saying? They always say a child should stay in a child's place, but sometimes that's not necessarily the truth. That's not always the truth. So I really enjoyed the movie, man. I really don't know what else to say. I enjoyed the movie, the comedy. I wasn't looking for it to be, you know what I'm saying, slap my leg, ha ha ha, just laughing out crazy. I haven't had a movie that just made me bust out laughing. And I was talking to a homeboy of mine. I'm always at work, just, you know what I'm saying, going, asking people. But I was like, what was the last black classic comedy in the past 10 years? Classic, not just a good movie, but classic. Because when we're dealing with Coming to America, that's a classic movie, right? When we're dealing with Coming to America, that's a classic movie. What was in the last 10 years? What is a classic? What is a classic now? A lot of people say Friday is a classic. I didn't say I didn't enjoy Friday, but it wasn't as funny to me. But I still say it's a classic, because to me, classics, they stand the test of time, their rewatchability, stuff like that, and the consensus of the people. So Friday, I think Life is a classic. But I'm talking the last 10 years. Last 10 years, what would that put us at? 2011? I can't name a movie that's a classic that came out from 2011 going forward, that just has that rewatchability. And then if I go 20 years, that'll put me at 2001. I just go beginning of millennium. I just go to 2000. I think, when did Life come out? Was Life in 2000? It might have been in like the 90s. Let me see. See, Life was 1999. So what is a classic in the past 21 years? What is really a classic? I guarantee you nobody can give me a classic black comedy movie in the past 20 years. It's going to be hard. Well, know why? Because all the comedians grew up. Eddie Murphy, Martin, Cat Williams. All these people started growing up. They started changing, becoming fathers. And I don't know if the new comedians can even keep up to make these classics. Kevin Hart. And it's not, let me not say that they can't keep up. It's hard to do that type of comedy in today's era. It's just hard to do. The same things that apply back, the things that applied back then don't apply now. So if y'all can help me out and tell me what's a classic in the past 20 years, then you good. But right now, I enjoyed Coming to America. I enjoyed the story. It was good seeing Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall. They still looking good. It was good seeing all the characters still looking good from 30 years ago, still looking flawless. When they say black don't crack, they for real, man. They for real about that. So it was good. To me, this is just a feel-good movie. Go down memory lane, take your nostalgia, go down it, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy it. But you don't necessarily have to compare one to the other. Yes, it's a direct sequel, but it's not a direct sequel. This is 30 years apart. Would Bad Boys 2, would that be considered a comedy? I guess you could say Bad Boys 2. I just thought about it. Maybe Bad Boys 2 in the past 20 years. Bad Boys 2 came out, what, 2003? Let me see. I gotta look all this shit up. Yep, 2003. Look at that. I be knowing, right? So Bad Boys 2 came out 2003. And that's maybe one movie that's a black comedy, I guess, that stands the test of time, is maybe being considered a classic. Right? Let me see. Black comedies. Let me just do classic black comedies. Classic black comedies. Let me see what comes up. This is 26 best black comedy movies of all time. This is Oprah Mag. Let's see what's brought up. Let me stop that. I'm gonna share this. We're gonna go through this. See if this is real. Let's see if this is real. Let's see what we got. Coming to America, 1988. Harlem Nights, 1989. I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be a pattern. Most of these classes is gonna be in the 80s and 90s. I guarantee you. I guarantee you most of these is gonna be 80s and 90s. House Party, 90. White Men Can't Jump, 92. Bad Boys, 95. Friday, 95. Nutty Professor, 96. Baps, 97. Now, this ain't my list. This ain't my list. Life, 99. Barbershop, 2002. Deliver Us from Eva, 2003. I don't know about that one. White Chicks, 04. Johnson Family Vacation, 04. Is that a classic? I'll let it slide. I'll let that slide. Soul Plane. You know what? I like Soul Plane. I think if a lot of people went back and watched Soul Plane, they'll like Soul Plane too. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, 05. Not really a Tyler Perry fan, but you know. Are We There Yet? 05. Roscoe Jenkins, 08. Death at a Funeral. See, these aren't classics. Now we're getting out of, to me, it's like we're getting out of classics territory. Think Like a Man. I let them ride. I like Think Like a Man series. About Last Night. Dear White People. Dope. See, it's like these ain't classics. Girls Trip. Now, Girls Trip. I rock with Girls Trip. Sorry to Bother You. Is it a classic though? Little. Dolomite Is My Name. Is it a classic? Like but you see what I'm saying? Like we started getting into murky waters. Now that's from the Oprah magazine. We started getting into murky waters. Those last couple, now I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments. Were not classics to me. They weren't classics. So I'm gonna ask this again. What do y'all consider a classic in the past 20 years for Black comedy? Hell, what do y'all consider a classic for comedy, period? Black or generalized? What's a classic? Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. But I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. I just wanted to talk, like I said. And let me know if y'all enjoyed Coming to America, the sequel. Y'all let me know if y'all enjoyed it. What's the rewatchability on it? Would you rewatch it? Who did you watch it with? What did your significant other think? Stuff like that. But yeah, I'm about to wrap it up, man. Y'all know where to hit me at on all my social medias. Did I do a new one? Nope, still haven't done new one. But hit me up, man. It's Blues House everything. Just hit me up. Blues House Facebook, Blues House Instagram, Blues House Twitter, Blues House on YouTube, Twitch, Blues House. Hit me up, leave comments, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave tips, go down to the description down below. It should be buy me a cup of coffee or buy me a coffee / Blues House, and we can make that happen. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. I enjoy y'all for joining me, man. Appreciate it. And I'm out.